Greetings, everyone. Today I thought we'd look at this painting. I did it plein air, Bisbee, Arizona. It's a 30-inch by 40-inch canvas, which is a fairly large painting to be working on plein air. At least, yeah, anyway. It's a good size. And something I enjoy, and my enjoyment has deepened over the years. I did this sometime in 2009, Bisbee, Arizona, part of a plein air paint out, and I thought today we'd just go into looking at it in terms of how I break down the medium and the art form to appreciate. And I think it'll deepen your appreciation of painting and give you a handle on art appreciation in general. And certainly with these principles I'm going to be giving you, should be able to look at any painting and apply these principles to them and be able to give a fairly good aesthetic critique of that painting, certainly in terms of the medium, in terms of the art form. So, which is, what else are we dealing with, right? So let's start. First we'll start with the picture. Number one, that doesn't mean the most important, that means where we're going to be starting. The picture element. And so here we have a hillside, the town of Bisbee. That's the picture. That's the subject matter. I'm looking across from a highway spot, pull off the highway, across, there's like this hill on the other side from where I'm looking. That's what I'm painting. And this is part of the town of Bisbee. So, you have houses, you have sky, you have an outcropping of rocks there, a mountain, you have some buildings that are down on street level there, just the roofs you can see. They kind of anchor the painting pictorially. The sky kind of expands out and up, and you have the kind of a picturesque and houses done how they're done. Anyway, that's the picture. Number one. Okay, forget about the picture now. Now we're just going to look at it in terms of color. And what you have here is color harmonies. Now, with color is interesting because everything is made up of color. Color and form are one. You're not looking at form. So when you look at something, you're looking at color, and then your mind gives you this form element of it and makes sense of everything in terms of form and space and all of that. But it's all color vibrations received by the eye. That's what we're doing here. We're looking at this. I'm dealing with color in terms of music. And you can see all the brush strokes, each of the brush strokes, which is each a tone of color in relationship to all the other colors. This beautiful green of the house is with this blue-gray, with the sky, the rock grays. It's all color relationships. Warm greens, cool greens, moving across the canvas. Two, color. It's all color. So you want to enjoy the color relationships, the beautiful sky. And of course, when you look at the sky for a few minutes straight, just focus on the sky, believe me, it does scintillate. So, so you just kind of, I enjoy working with skies in relationship to painting. So anyway, color, two. Forget color now. Forget picture, forget color. Let's look at it in terms of the expression of the brush. Now, obviously, this is all about the brush. For me, the brush is very important. And it's like vocal cords if you were a singer, uh, it's the tech gives texture and meaning to. There's intrinsic values in the brush just by using the brush and letting the brush express itself that give these beautiful moments to color, let's say. So everything is brush. You can see every brush stroke, I said earlier, every brush stroke. And it's all about the brush, right? 3, the brush. These are all archetypal elements of the art form, which means they're basically eternal principles, if you want to look at it like that. Which, I mean, as an artist, it helps to look at it like that, to realize the profound nature of the medium that you're using. And why I call it eternal is because every act of human expression in terms of two-dimensional artwork always requires some tool. It could be a finger. Generally, when we get to painting, it's a brush. And, well, it has to be a brush if you're going to paint, unless you're finger painting. But painting comes with the territory of the brush and color. So, from a time immemorial, when some being attains a certain level of consciousness and decides to make a painting of some kind to express himself or herself and just enjoy the moment in that way, they will use a brush. They will use an instrument of creativity that is an extension of the body. So that's why I call it archetypal. Color's archetypal. Eternal time and space, it's all color. Color, motif, picture element, that's the world. The world, if nothing's archetypal, if not the world is an expression of archetypal reality. Everything in the world is like a vessel, a pot, something that holds water. In the world, that's that which contains, right? Teacher's an archetypal element in human psychology. Mother, father, these are all archetypes. Student. House. The world is, well, we know the world's eternal, or maybe it began, which is crazier. Anyway, which is more rational. Okay. Whatever. Let's go on to the next piece. So we have color. We've looked at it in terms of color. We've looked at it in terms of brush. We've looked at it in terms of the picture. And then there's the element, you're the one who's looking at it. So that completes the cycle in a certain way. There's an audience. And whether it's the artist in the moment painting, which expresses his choices, his personality, his or her personality, and intuitions, which all go into it. The artist's personality is a very big part of it, and that's one of the things you're looking at. When the artist expresses his personality as the medium, then you have this wonderful thing called style and originality that occurs. So actually the artist would be number 4, who's expressing the medium, and then the audience, the person looking at a painting, which generally as an artist I step back and look objectively as I can at what I'm looking at, and I find it's quite beautiful. But that's you kind of complete the process, the audience receiving, enjoying the music. It's a form of very subtle and profound entertainment, basic to human culture. Painting. So this is done spontaneously, plein air. It's an expression of the motif, the picture. It's an expression of color. It's an expression of brush, and it's an expression of the artist's personality. and they're all pretty much in balance. It's all done spontaneously, see? So you're looking at a dance, a piece of music that moves, it has rhythm, it has harmony and balance. And all these things are in balance, and you do not do that from an intellectual place. That comes from a place when the artist is able to surrender enough to the medium that it begins to express those things all at the same time and once. And now you get to look at the painting all at once. Those things all come together and just receive. Receptivity, such an important part of appreciating art. You need to really receive the vibrations of the work. And when you do that, something's going to arise within you, and it will allow you to make judgments, finally, that come from within, deeper than the conceptual mind that generally people approach artwork with, especially in this day and age. So you can use that way of looking to break down any painting and to gain a handle on your own appreciation and the deepening of your appreciation. So thanks for taking the time, and have a great day.